my mother in her house for 7 years, since 2017, has been calling daily the police because of her mental condition. And they took her to court because of this. And it's been ongoing, 7 years she's been calling. And when I attempt to help them with this situation, or they will be discuss this situation, what happened the other day? I need this number of facts I need to convey to them, and I need to attempt again to convey to them. The fact that the house I live in, which is owned by her also, had a criminal drug dealer squatting in it for a year and a half, dealing drugs, prostituting in a room in my house, and they kept saying, if you don't let her bring the visitors, the drug dealing clients and the prostitution clients, if you don't let her tenant's right is to bring visitors, if you don't let her do that, we can arrest you. So that is more indication that the cops don't care about solving problems. That what I'm trying to communicate to them what's going on, they don't want to hear it. They want to perpetuate intentionally. That shows malicious purpose, and getting these two properties was the squatter's intention. It seems to be also the fact that the cops are helping in these both cases, not shutting their ears, and when I'm attempting to communicate, they give me the special treatment that their Sergeant Cafferty and the one that Detective Martinez gives in West Valley. And they use the same exact words. They ask a question, and they ask it in a harsh tone. They say, you can't even answer that one question. So that means, how often do they use that same routine? And how many people have they done this to? How often does this happen? The laws they have, that they can't look at something unless it's a crime. They cannot look at something that happened in another jurisdiction. Who came up with these laws? Because they mentioned it, that they have to do the laws. They don't write them, they just enforce them. So they don't feel they're responsible for the wrong that they're doing, which is the basis of the Milgram experiment. And then they come and they're scolding me repeatedly when I'm trying to communicate to them. So that's the Stanford prison experiment. Anytime says authority, obviously there's here, I have video after video showing them scolding me and blocking communication, punishing me. So for seems like false allegations they got from the squatter that they don't want to reveal. And they can't reveal, that's another law. She can tell them all she wants. I've heard she's submitted so many reports to them, and they're false. And I want to know what they are. You can't make false allegations against somebody. And she's made so many of them. She's violated the restraining order so many times. I've documented and filed them. And they've denied the existence of the restraining order. They refused to enforce it. And then that first time, because they were refusing to enforce it, she walked out with my girlfriend's dog and had it run over intentionally. And the sorrow that caused Tanya, because she was staying there, and because of my girlfriend being there, the squatter's narrative that I'm forcing her to have sex couldn't work. I'm alive today, and my house is still in possession of my house because Tanya tolerated that, and she paid a dear price for that. She lost a dog. And when we were at my mom's house, the police were there. My mom wasn't letting my Tanya take refuge there. And I have video of that. And they didn't care. I was telling them we have restraining order against Justine Taylor, the squatter. And we're here because we need refuge because cops over there ain't helping. They didn't care. This needs attention. How many people have they done this to? The fact that they all say the same exact explanations for the wrong that they do shows they do it all the time. And they do it to so many. And this needs to be looked at. There's something that's going on. Is pervasive. And the fact that she's done this in New Jersey and Florida, those addresses with she has stayed need to be looked at. What she does to people and what the police do with using other squatters. This is a very pervasive method. The squatting scam, all the scams seem to be there because the cops and the laws encourage it. That's why squatting. Why does he constantly say, you let her in, as if it's bad to try to help somebody? So that's why there's homeless, because nobody wants to trust them. Sergeant Lafferty himself says nobody trusts anybody. Because you're helping people scam. They would rather scam because they wouldn't be scamming if you weren't encouraging them to do so.